Last week, the trajectory of the Bloodline shifted once again. Samoa Joe pledged his loyalty to the O.G Bloodline as an honorary member, making a statement by choking out Solo Sikoa. In the midst of the drama, Caesar Sikoa seemingly broke ranks with The Rock's vision, declaring he's doing things his own way and rebranding himself as Zilla. How will Zilla's disobedience be interpreted by the final boss? The tension reached new heights during the night's main event. The Battle Royal to crown the #1 contender for Roman Reigns' undisputed championship seemed to be won by Cody Rhodes. But in a moment of madness, The Rock exploited a loophole and inserted himself into the fray with a devastating sneak ambush on Cody by Jacob Fatu. The Rock eliminated Cody to become the new #1 contender for Roman's title. With The Rock now taking more of a hands-on role with the new Bloodline, how will the Tribal Chief respond to the final boss's corporate power?
Here we go, folks. Kicking off Smackdown tonight with a man who's been at the center of all the chaos in recent weeks. Solo Sikoa is making his way to the ring, and there's still so many unanswered questions surrounding this man. Let's be honest, Solo has been a man without a true home ever since Bad Blood, and last week things only got worse for him. Not only did he lose his claim to the Undisputed Championship thanks to the board ruling his cash-in void, but now he's been embarrassed by the O.G Bloodline's new enforcer, Samoa Joe. You have to wonder, after everything, where does Solo truly stand? Does he even know himself? Last week, Samoa Joe sent a loud and clear message to Solo Sikoa. Stay out of the O.G Bloodline's way. Joe humiliated Solo, making him look foolish in front of the entire WWE Universe.
I ain't standing behind nobody. I ain't taking orders from Roman or from The Rock. I ain't part of any bloodline now. I'm Solo Sikoa, and I'm the head of my own damn table. Everybody want to talk about family, about loyalty, about bloodline. Man, forget all that. You think I need family? I don't need nobody. All I need is time, because it's only a matter of time before the paperwork clears, and when that happens, my money in the bank contract will once again be active. And when that day comes, everybody in that locker room better watch their back, including Roman Reigns. But before I handle business, I got something else I need to take care of. Samoa Joe, last week, you put your hands on me. You embarrassed me in front of the whole world. You think you're some kind of enforcer? You think you can step to me? Joe, you ain't fit to lace my boots. I ain't waiting for next week. I ain't waiting for some big match at a PLE. Joe, get out here right now.
Here we go. Things are about to get ugly. Oh boy, Solo Sikoa might have just made the biggest mistake of his life. And look at Solo Sikoa. He wanted Samoa Joe, and now Samoa Joe is here. But hold on a second. Solo isn't even in his ring gear. And now he's about to go one-on-one with one of the most dangerous men in the entire industry. This might be the worst decision Solo has ever made. Solo is a tough dude, but this is Samoa Joe we're talking about. The submission machine, the enforcer, the destroyer, and Solo just poked the bear, and the bear is about to eat him alive. Joe is not playing tonight, just look at his face. Solo Sikoa called out Samoa Joe, and now he's about to pay for it. Joe versus Solo, live on Smackdown. Someone better check on Solo, because this is about to be brutal. Oh my God! Samoa Joe is absolutely mauling Solo Sikoa. This is pure domination. Solo called for this fight, but I don't think he realized just who he was calling out. Joe is ripping him apart. Oh no, no way! He's going for it! Samoa Joe hoists him up. Muscle Buster, that's it! Samoa Joe has destroyed Solo Sikoa. Wow! What an embarrassment for Solo Sikoa. Solo Sikoa is going to regret every word he said tonight. He said Joe wasn't fit to lace his boots. Well, I'd say Joe just shoved those boots straight down Solo's throat. This was a destruction. And if I were Solo, I'd think twice before stepping to Samoa Joe ever again.
Tonga, you know what time it is. Tama's out. He's down. And yeah, that's a damn shame. But now that means it's your time. You gotta step up. You gotta move up that ladder. And this right here is your chance to prove exactly who the hell you are. This ain't about just holding down the new bloodline. This is about making a damn statement. You and me, we gotta do whatever it takes to make sure The Rock becomes undisputed champion. We gotta put everything on the line. No hesitation, no second guessing, at all costs. You hear me? All costs. Roman Reigns and his boys think they still run this place? Nah. That time is over. We're done waiting. We're done playing nice. From this point on, we go harder than ever before. Tama might be out, but the new bloodline stays strong. We run Smackdown, we run this business, and when The Rock wins the Undisputed Championship, ain't nobody gonna be able to stop us. So I need you to look me in the eyes right now and tell me, you ready to go to war? You ready to put it all on the line for the bloodline? You ready to make sure The Rock walks out champion? That's what I thought. Now let's handle business.
Let's rewind to last week. Cody Rhodes fought through hell in that battle royal. He was the last man standing. He had the match won, or so he thought. But then politics, manipulation, corruption, call it whatever you want, but The Rock used his pull on the board of directors to insert himself into the match late, completely unearned. And what happened next? Cody was moments away from winning when Fatu blindsided him with The Rock's Brahma Bull guitar, the same one Rock used at the People's Concert before WrestleMania 19. An iconic moment turned into a weapon of betrayal. That left Cody wide open for The Rock to swoop in, hit the People's Elbow, and toss him over the top rope. Cody Rhodes did everything right. He fought tooth and nail. He outlasted some of the best in WWE today, and he should be the #1 contender for the Undisputed Championship. But instead, The Rock is getting that opportunity, and it was all orchestrated behind the scenes. And you can bet that's eating Cody alive right now. Cody Rhodes isn't out here to entertain. He isn't out here for a moment. He's out here for revenge. And after what went down last week, I wouldn't blame him one bit if he called out both The Rock and Jacob Fatu right now.
I knew this was going to happen. From the moment The Rock joined the board of directors, I knew this was the beginning of the end of SmackDown's integrity. I didn't want to believe it. I wanted to believe that SmackDown would stay a place where the best fought the best, where hard work mattered, where if you earned your shot, you got your shot. But look around. Look at what's happening to this show. You've got management bending to The Rock's will. You've got backdoor deals influencing matches. And last week, I was the last man standing in that battle royal. I won the match, and what happened? The Rock made one phone call to his friends on the board, inserted himself in at the last minute, and stole what I earned. And if that wasn't bad enough, he sent his attack dog, Jacob Fatu, to crack a guitar over my back. A guitar! Really, Rock? That's what this has come to. Cheap shots and manipulation. This isn't SmackDown anymore. This is The Rock's personal playground. And if I'm being honest with all of you, I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want any part of it, so I'm not going to waste my time fighting an uphill battle against corruption. I'm not going to let The Rock and his backstage pull dictate my career. That's why I'm demanding to be traded to Raw. If SmackDown is The Rock's kingdom, then send me to Raw where I can fight for a championship the right way, where I don't have to worry about boardroom meetings and favoritism deciding my fate. I've worked too damn hard to let politics decide my legacy.
Cody, I hear you. I understand why you're frustrated, and honestly, I don't blame you. I've watched this show evolve over the past few months, and I'll be the first to admit, The Rock's influence on SmackDown is undeniable. Boardroom calls, last-minute changes, power moves being made behind the scenes. It's all happening. You feel like you're being pushed out in favor of The Rock and his regime, and I get that. But here's the thing, Cody. I don't get pushed around. And while I can't control what happens at the corporate level, what I can control is what happens inside this ring. So you want out? You want to be traded? Not happening. SmackDown is still your home, and whether you like it or not, you're still a main event player on this brand. You don't run away when things don't go your way, Cody. You fight, and that's exactly what you're going to do tonight. Because I'm giving you exactly what you want, your chance at revenge. Tonight's main event is going to be Cody Rhodes versus Jacob Fatu. But we're going to make sure there are no excuses, because this isn't just any match. It's no disqualification.
He wanted a fresh start on Raw, but instead, Nick Aldis just handed him a different path.
As the Undisputed Champion, I don't just hold this title. I hold the locker room. I lead this brand, just like I've been leading this industry for the past 4 years. That's what it means to be the tribal chief. It ain't just about being champ. It's about running the show. And when you run the show, you gotta keep your eyes open. You gotta make sure the people in charge, the decision makers, are making the right choices for this brand. And Nick Aldis, I'm watching you. Let's break it down. Jacob Fatu ain't walking out there alone. He's got an entire army behind him. He's got The Rock watching his back. He's got Tongaloa, Zilla Fatu, Bad Luck, and God knows who else in his corner. So when you make a match where anything goes, what do you really think is gonna happen? Now, Cody, I get it. You're angry. You want revenge after what happened last week. And trust me, I know exactly what it's like when The Rock and his little boardroom buddies start pulling the strings behind your back. But what you don't realize is that this is a trap. This ain't a fair fight. It never was. And unless you got a plan, you're walking straight into a slaughter. I ain't saying I like the guy, but I hate watching people get screwed over. So if you got any sense left, Aldis, you better start thinking about how you're gonna handle this. Because if you lose control of Smackdown, the real locker room leader is gonna have to step in. And trust me, you don't want that.
Roman Reigns is not happy, and you know what? He's got a damn good point. A no DQ match between Cody Rhodes and Jacob Fatu, that's basically a green light for the entire new bloodline to get involved. And if Nick Aldis doesn't have a plan to keep things in check, then what exactly is Cody actually walking into tonight? Roman Reigns isn't just protecting his own interests anymore. He's watching out for SmackDown as a whole. And if Nick Aldis doesn't keep this show under control, I have a feeling that Roman will do it for him. Here comes the Intercontinental Champion, Zilla Fatu. And I have to say, it's been an interesting couple of weeks for this young man. He's made it very clear that he wants to stand on his own 2 feet, that he refuses to be called Caesar Sikoa anymore. And honestly, this kind of disobedience feels very familiar. We've seen this before, haven't we? Think about what happened with Solo Sikoa. He wanted to separate himself. He wanted to be his own man. But guess what? The bloodline doesn't tolerate rebellion. Wait a minute. Wait a damn minute. No way is this really happening. Do you hear that music? That's Rikishi's music, but there's no way. This can't be real. Keeping it in the family, huh? This might be the most surreal moment we've seen in a long time. Wait a minute, hold on just a second. Scotty Too Hotty, this man is a legend in his own right. He was one of Rikishi's closest allies back in the day. They danced together after matches. They ran wild as part of Too Cool. But is this a wise move? He hasn't been in a WWE ring for years. And now he's stepping up to face Zilla Fatu, one of the most dangerous men on SmackDown. This could be a horrible mistake. Look at Zilla Fatu, he's laughing. And I don't blame him. This man has been wrecking superstars left and right. And now you're telling me his challenger is Scotty Too Hotty? Listen, I respect the guy, I really do. But this isn't 2000 anymore. This is Zilla Fatu's era. And I gotta say, this might be the biggest mistake of Scotty's life. Scotty's got heart, I'll give him that. But is that enough when you're standing across from a Fatu? Is that enough when you're facing a man who has the same blood as Jacob Fatu and The Rock? A man who's trying to carve out his own path and make a statement every single week. I don't know if Scotty realizes what he's just signed up for. And here we go, the Intercontinental Championship is on the line, but let's take a step back for a second and really think about what we're witnessing here. This is symbolic. This is deeply personal, whether Zilla Fatu realizes it or not. Because let's not forget, Scotty Too Hotty isn't just some random challenger. This man was family to Rikishi back in the day. They ran together, they danced together, they won championships together, and now, standing across the ring from him is Zilla Fatu, the next generation. A man who represents a new era of dominance, a man who has refused to be called Caesar Sikoa, a man who is walking his own path in the bloodline. But whether Zilla wants to admit it or not, Scotty Too Hotty is a part of his family's history. And that's it! It's over! Zilla Fatu just obliterated Scotty Too Hotty in one of the most one-sided beatdowns we've ever seen. I don't know if this was a tribute or a warning, but one thing is clear. Zilla Fatu's stock continues to rise.
You and me, that's water under the bridge now. I know you want revenge, I get it. Jacob Fatu screwed you last week. The Rock screwed you. The whole damn system is rigged in their favor. But tonight, you don't fight alone. Tonight, I'm sending out my troops. The OG Bloodline is backing you up. The Usos, Samoa Joe, whoever you need, they're gonna be out there watching your back. Because I know exactly how this goes. You don't gotta say anything, but we both know Jacob Fatu ain't coming out there alone. They're gonna stack the deck. That's what The Rock does. He plays the numbers game. But tonight, we even the odds.
Here we go. It's main event time. And as expected, Jacob Fatu is not alone. Look at this. Flanked by Bad Luck and Tonga Loa, exactly as Roman Reigns predicted. This was never going to be a fair fight. And you have to wonder if Cody Rhodes realizes what he's walking into. Fatu is dangerous enough on his own, but when he has these two monsters by his side, Cody Rhodes is walking straight into a death trap. And if Roman's instinct was right, then Cody better have some backup of his own. And just look at Jacob Fatu. Not a shred of hesitation. He's been running through this roster. He's been unstoppable. And tonight, he wants to add Cody Rhodes to the list. But let's be honest, does Cody even stand a chance when Fatu's got these two men at ringside? This is going to be brutal. The energy in the arena shifts. The WWE Universe is waiting, anticipating, because everyone knows what comes next. The real question is Cody prepared for this? And will the OG Bloodline keep their promise? And here comes Cody Rhodes, but he's not alone. Look at this. The undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions, the Usos, are with him. Roman Reigns stayed true to his word and has armed Cody with reinforcements. You can cut the tension with a knife. Look at this standoff. On one side, Jacob Fatu, Bad Luck, and Tonga Loa ready to destroy Cody Rhodes and make a statement for The Rock's bloodline. But on the other side, Cody Rhodes and the Usos bringing the fight straight to them. This is what Smackdown has become, a full-blown civil war. I don't know what's going to happen, but I do know this. This match isn't going to be pretty. This is going to be a war. And the question remains, who's walking out of here in one piece? This is exactly what Roman Reigns was worried about. Jacob Fatu has an entire army behind him, and Cody Rhodes has got the Usos. But outside interference is going to be the name of the game tonight. Let's not forget what makes this matchup even more incredible. Jacob Fatu. This man has only ever been pinned once in his career, and that was by the tribal chief himself, Roman Reigns. That says a lot about just how dominant Fatu is in that ring. Can Cody Rhodes pull off the impossible tonight? Can he break the unthinkable and pin the seemingly unstoppable Fatu? It's an uphill battle, no question about it. But if there's anyone who knows how to rise to the occasion and defy the odds, it's Cody Rhodes. But Jacob Fatu, a man who moves like a freight train, whose power is unrivaled, isn't going to let Cody take that from him easily. It's all about who can dig deeper, who can survive the storm and seize the moment. Can Cody do the unthinkable here tonight? It's all breaking down already. The bell has barely rung and chaos has already erupted at ringside. Bad Luck Fale and Jey Uso are brawling into the crowd. It's like a war zone out here. Neither of them is holding back. Oh my God, The Rock's music just hit. The final boss is here. Look at the look on the faces of the Usos and Jacob Fatu. This is it. The Rock is in the building, and you know he has one thing on his mind: dominance. Is he coming for Cody Rhodes, or does he have other plans tonight? Look at him. The Rock is making his way down here like he owns the place. And with everything that's gone on between him, Roman, and the new bloodline, you've got to think tonight could be a defining moment for The Rock's legacy and his control over Smackdown. Hold on a second. Oh my God. The undisputed champion has seen enough. Rock takes one step forward, then another, and now he's walking back up the ramp. He wants Roman. They're going to collide right here, right now. Oh my God, The Rock swings first. Here we go. Rock and Roman are throwing right hands. It's a full-blown brawl. These two megastars are beating the hell out of each other, and security is rushing to the stage. Here comes WWE officials, staff members, anyone who can try to separate them. We knew this was coming, but we didn't know it would be tonight. Roman Reigns versus The Rock is inevitable, but they can't wait until WrestleMania. They want to destroy each other right now. Wait a minute. Oh my God, it's Samoa Joe. Joe just jumped the barricade. Samoa Joe just took out Jacob Fatu, and now look at this. He's already escaping through the crowd. Joe didn't stick around. He didn't wait for payback. What did we just witness? Samoa Joe just changed the course of this match in a matter of seconds. What a chaotic end to Smackdown. The Rock and Roman brawling on the stage. Samoa Joe taking out Fatu. Cody stealing the win. This show just exploded into total mayhem.